What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So this is, I want to say, part 3 of the Integra budget K-swap build. So on today's video, I'm just going to be shucking along, installing stuff on the engine, try to get it done, or the swap itself, and then you guys will see throughout the video is just a lot of miscellaneous stuff. I'm just trying to get the ball rolling and stuff like that with the car. So let's go. You can see we have the K20 inside the engine bay. The Integra is on his way to being K-swap finally after so many months. I told myself May was going to be the month that I'm going to be starting the progress, and then here we are. As you guys can see from the previous video, we have it in. I have not tightened all the mounts just yet. They're slightly loose, even the one in the back. I mean, it is tight, but I want to say 80%. I have to double check everything, but now I'm in the process to start buttoning up everything little by little. As you guys can see, I took the power steering line, high pressure line off. I am going to be installing the RSX1. I know you have to bend and do some slight modifications to it, nothing too crazy to make it work. But yeah, here we are. We're almost there. Alright, so updating, I put the I mean, it's not set in stone, I just put it for right now because this is going in the car. I put the RSX Acura coil pack covers so they can match the car. I did throw back in the radiator with the brackets itself, just to make sure everything's good. It's perfect. Got it's touching right there, but I do got space. Condenser fan, obviously I do have to extend the wires, and we got the regular radiator fan as you guys saw in the video here. Check that video out, how to cut all that out to make it work. But yeah, I do have clearance in it, and I'm so glad that the IAC does clear. Once I plug it, that will tell me a lot more because it's super close to the connector. So I might have to get a rotational plate just because it's super close. Not sure if the plug is gonna fit or not. But other than that, we're shucking along, installing little bits of pieces. I am gonna get a condenser, but it's super easy to put. I can put it from the outside here, and then the brackets are, I believe, here because I left the bolts just in case. So I am going to be running one of those in the future as well. Alright, so we're done installing the cold air intake. You guys can see the budget one right there. Got some 2 clamps. I don't know why this one has a little bit of jelly grease. I'm not sure, but whatever. Mocked it. It came out beautifully. I do have to get a better filter, maybe a velocity stack in the future, but for right now, just to keep it under budget, I'm going to have it right there. I do have the air sensor right there, which is high. I have it at high setting as possible, highest up there. And yeah, we're still shucking along. Alright, so I'm getting ready to install my sub harness since I am running a base RSX modified, because I modify the reverse lockout, even though I do not have a reverse lockout because I'm pretty sure this is a 5-speed, but I did it because I'm not going to be using that plug for that purpose anyways. But regardless, I am going to be installing the sub harness. Alright, let's check the sub harness real quick. So obviously we got the one going to the alternator. We got the knock sensor that going to go into the solenoid on the starter, and then we got these 2 plugs here that will go onto the actual engine harness. And then once that's all sorted out and everything's tested, everything's good, then I'll zip tie them and make them kind of like where they're supposed to. But yeah, that's how you install the sub harness. Alright, so we got the radiator here. As you guys might have seen previously, I did mock it up. I did have it in there, but I took it out. And then the reason why is I have to put my power steering cooler, you guys can see right here, that's going to be going in there. And the reason is the shroud's in the way, and I have to mock it up and put it in order for me to install it. So yeah, so that's why I went ahead and took it back out, and we're going to be installing this sucker right there. Alright, as you guys can see, I already put the power steering cooler right there. I had to measure it a little bit, so I put it on the radiator support, and then I measure it to see exactly where I will get the best airflow. Obviously I do not have the bumper, but I'm calculating based off the grill cutout area. You guys can see the same as there, so hopefully this should be decent for it to get some air. Now I'm going to go ahead and put the backings right there, as you guys can see, and then I should be able to put back the shroud and install it back in there, so we can call it goods. It was a little bit annoying. I did notice that on this side the fins were getting in the way where the hole goes to install it, so I might have teared up or bent a couple of them that were inside in there, but that's fine as long as it's not restricting in here, which it counts. But hopefully we should be good. And I try to put it as you can see straight as possible, as you guys can see right there. Alright, that freaking oil stain right here is bothering me. Ugh. But yeah, back to this. So we got the radiator in successfully, put the brackets back on, and I ended up putting back, as you guys can see, the power steering cooler. So hopefully it should be good there. Should get some good decent airflow. I got the other side sticking out there right there, so I can put the rest of the hose. As you guys can see, I do have to take that old right there, all that out. I have to take that out. Ended up reusing the old like clamps here, put them right there. I did have my other B series upper radiator hose somewhere around here, but now I can't find it, and I did have the clamps that's in there as well, because I want to reuse the stock stuff as possible, so I can do it for the bottom, which I got the lower rat hose right there. I might have to cut it, because when I was measuring, it seemed like I might have to cut it, but it's gonna definitely work. It will definitely work, but definitely I will have to go down there anyways to tighten it up. Now I'm gonna have to move this, shift it a little bit to see if I can fit that bracket there somehow, because the reservoir bracket does not fit on this area due to the power steering pump. Alright, so quick update. Did a lot off camera. We have the OEM 2002 to 2004 high pressure power steering lines. You guys can see I am missing one bolt, but so far it's just permanently. I'm just seeing I had to bend a whole bunch, making sure I did not break it. You know, I do have that kind of kink there because I found that, but I don't know, it's probably not the permanent spot that I'm gonna have it in, but right now I do have it. That's the OEM line, and shout out to, I'm gonna post it right here, for the great information, for providing this information. I appreciate you, thank you. Hopefully it does work. If not, I'm gonna have to get a custom line or something along those lines, but you can see we have it routed down there to the rack, as you guys can see. So 14, I went ahead and plugged it as well. Like I said, this is just this is not permanent, it's just temporarily until I find a permanent position, and I'll do that. As you guys can see, I had to redo the whole heater hoses and stuff like that, and obviously I might have to remove this charcoal canister because it's super big and bulky. But you guys can see, I mean, it is flexible here, so it's not a big deal if the hood hits it. You know, I got that in there to hold it. You know, if I can spread it out even more, you know, it'll be a lot better. But that's pretty much what I got. I'll see what I can do. I'll start playing with it a little bit more. Let me see what else. Oh, I managed to remove the I forgot, but it's for the AC. If anything, I'll put it up here. I'm drawing a blank right now, but I removed that temporarily because I am gonna have to get a new one. And then there's the bracket right there. So all this is not permanently mocked up. I did relocate it. The overflow radiator reservoir, I put it right over here, as you guys can see, and then I managed to squeeze the cold air intake as well in there. It's not the prettiest, but it'll do. And I think that's pretty much it that I've pretty much did. Just covering for you guys right there. Sorry, I feel like something running down my legs, probably sweat because it's super humid in here. But yeah, I'll keep you guys posted as I can take. All right, so we got the RSX base. This is from an 02 to 04 manual engine harness, which I'm going to start routing here. I did convert one of the plugs, I forgot what it was for, on the automatic intake manifold, that plastic. I converted it to reverse lockout. This transmission does not have it, but since I have no use for that plug right there, I just decided to do that just in case in the future if I do decide to get a 6-speed, which that will be the plan later on. I can just swap it and we'll have that. Now the only thing I'm a little bit confused of is, like, do I need a 6-speed? Do I need a 6-speed ECU or not. You guys know, I mean, I'm probably gonna search it up and stuff like that, so I can get prepared. But if anything, that's something that I'm gonna have to get. But if you guys know the information, make sure to leave it down below for me. It will help me a lot. But yeah, I'm gonna start routing the engine harness. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that I had to button up. I went ahead and I bend the line a little bit more, being cautious. As you guys can see, it's way better now, and it's far away from the header, so it shouldn't be getting a lot of heat. Plus it has like I believe that's kind of like a little heat shield. But yeah, using this factory little, I guess you can say, clip or whatever, and then that existing bracket right there was crucial for me to lay it out like that, as you guys can see. And that was all part of the actual high pressure hose, which it came like that. So it was so useful. So yeah, so glad I was able to figure that out. I just replugged it right there, stock. I just have to make sure I get these, either I remove that or I find a way to get it nice and level and secured. That's the word, secure. And yeah, so I'm gonna start routing the engine harness for right now. I do have to get a bolt for this, because obviously I do not have a bolt, or I have to find one. This one has to get tightened up. I have to recheck and tighten these one up as well. If I do get a bolt, I do need a washer for this one as well. Need a recheck to tighten on that one, and then we should be Gucci taters. Yes, Erskine. Yeah, so yeah, and then I have to tighten up that thermostat swivel. Gotta mock it up, tighten it up. I'm gonna be butchering one of these extra hoses that I have when I got my other K series. But yeah, I do have to find another bolt, like I was saying here. But yeah, it's coming along. Once I start setting all this up, and then it's going to be on to going in the inside. The inside, I'm going to be honest, it's going to be a little bit fun. It's going to be pretty fun for me to work on. Doing the whole cutting out the shifter and all that, it's going to be pretty fun. I'm going to show you guys what a mess is inside of it as we speak. So you guys can see whole junk in here. Well, that's what happens when you start converting tan to black, which you guys can see. A lot of it's still the tan stuff, but it's fine. The main stuff that I wanted is converted. That has to go away, and then I have to do the conversion on there to get it to work with the manual. I do have the pedals as well. That's gonna be a whole separate video for you guys as well. And then also the clutch slave, which I have to get, you guys can see. And then for this setup right here, I will be putting have them somewhere around over there, but my you call it max speeding rod coilovers that they gave me. So yeah, I'm gonna be putting those to use as well, and I'll be making a video for that. All right, so we got the engine harness mocked up. I ran into some issues. So due to the cylinder head temperature is super short, it kind of restricts me of I guess making more room or pulling the engine harness. So you guys can tell, map sensor TPS is super short, so most likely I'm probably gonna have to extend these. Even the AIT or IAT, sorry if I'm saying it wrong, all that is super short, so seems like I'm gonna have to extend some of the wires, especially TPS, map, all that. So that's another more fun stuff to do. It's kind of annoying, but yeah, overall, as you guys can see, and then I'll be removing that grommet so I can insert it inside. But yeah, overall, that's the update for the engine harness. So essentially the base RSX, I won't say it's short because it's not really meant for a Z3. Obviously the cylinder head's a little bit different, but overall, I don't know why the cylinder head temperature sensor wire is super short. If that one was super long, a little bit longer, it'll allow me to probably like extend it. So most likely I'll probably just extend that one a little bit more. That way it gives me more wiggle room to actually extend it and pull it. If I can do that, it'll be a piece of cake, because then I can plug my map, my TPS, and then so forth. And then obviously this is from the purge, or the whole purge system, which this throttle body does not have, and I'm not even sure if I'm going to be able to run that because I want it to, but I'm so up in the air about getting a smaller throttle body with that accessibility. So yeah, but yeah, that's a quick little update for you guys. regarding the engine bay and then the engine harness. I want to say we're about maybe 40% done in here. That's just a lot of stuff that I had to mock and get, you could say make a lot better. But overall, I am pleased with the high pressure power steering line. I bended it to a point where I am satisfied. And then next up on the list will probably have to be making the fuel lines. Alright everybody, that's going to wrap up the video. This is part 3, so I'm still working on it, trying to make sure everything is perfect, everything's lined up, everything is where it's supposed to be. Obviously this is not going to be a set in stone finish. I'm going to be relocating, moving stuff. Obviously the valve cover is going to be painted over time, but just to keep it under, just to finish the whole thing, to be honest, it's going to stay the way it is for right now. And I know it looks ugly, but that's just the way it's going to stay for right now. But yeah, we're inching a lot closer to getting this built done budget wise, and then overall when I am done with everything, I will be putting prices off everything and how much the total actually did cost me, and then we'll be comparing it with the EG here, which obviously came up to way more than 10,000. But yeah, this one right here, not cutting corners, no cheap parts, essentially everything. And then this was a little bit more of a budget build. I won't say budget, but it's down there with the budgets. I mean, keep in mind we're only at 7,000 with this build. And then this one did surpass 10, so that's impressive for what we got so far, given all the mistakes I did go through and it cost me. But rounding it off, that's where I'm at right now. And then obviously I will be making my own custom charge harness, which I do make and I sell them. Obviously you guys come first, you guys have been buying it, thank you, I appreciate you guys. So I'm putting myself in the back burner. I did end up putting up in the attic my old one that I did for the first time, which I'll have to get up there and then kind of modified and fixed and put there if I want to keep it a little bit more budget and save myself time on making a charge harness. But yeah, other than that, we are making sure everything's fine, working out the stuff, so the engine bay is all said and done. Far from that is a lot of stuff that I had to extend wires, especially with the AC fan and the radiator. Just a lot of stuff, guys, a lot of stuff for you guys. But yeah, overall I am getting there. I had to buy 3/8 or I believe 5/8 lines. I'm not too sure, it could be 11/32. There's a lot of stuff I have to go over on lines that I have to get also to connect the vacuum for the brake booster. Obviously I need to get a slave for the clutch. But yeah, that's gonna be a whole separate video right there for you guys. Sorry just for this long clip, but I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for being patient. Thank you guys for coming in, checking out the video, checking out the build. I'll catch you guys on the next video. See you guys, peace, you guys. Thank you guys.